Hey, howdy, hey, awesome people of the internet, Wolfman47 Dash here. Welcome to another Hololive vlog. So, in the 2 weeks since my last Hololive vlog, Mum has dropped a big bombshell of news on me. And this bombshell of news is I've had mixed feelings about, and I'll explain. So, those of you that for those of you that already know, obviously you all know that my sister's no longer with us anymore. She passed away because of this thing that's called Laboon syndrome, which is something that concerns the head, the brain, and everything. And it's a very rare thing to happen. And when she initially died, my parents went to see her consultant a few days after to find out, to sort of investigate it further. And at that time, they found out that what she had would not happen to me, which was good. But since then they've been experimenting and testing and everything, and it turns out there are going to be some implications, as the letter says, for me. So what does that mean? I don't know. It means that the genetics team will just need us to come in to do some tests to find out if I will indeed have this thing that my sister had that took her out, or not. And I'm hoping that I don't have it, because unlike my sister had a lot of brain tumours when she was in her adult life. And for me, the most problems I've had with my brain is just a lot of headaches, migraines, and I know I had some problems with my brain when I was younger as well, which I don't really remember that well, probably for the best. And as I'm talking to you now, I'm actually suffering through an ear infection, which is sort of affecting my brain a bit as well. So yeah, it's making me dizzy, nauseous, and all dizzy and all sorts of things. So yeah, it's quite big news. But even though it might take me out when I'm younger, it might take me out when I'm older if I do have it. But either way, I'm actually happy with what I've achieved in life. Like, just like my sister, I'm making a huge difference to people's lives through my various jobs. I've got this YouTube channel, which at the time of doing this vlog, I've got about 836 subscribers, which is pretty impressive. It's not quite in the sort of monetizing sort of area, but I'm actually fine with that, because I do this as a hobby. I do sometimes treat it as a job, but usually on the whole I treat it mainly as a hobby, and it's just my excuse to sort of make many videos for entertainment, to entertain you all, and all that stuff as well. So yeah, I've achieved that. I build a lot of things. I have Lego. I've learnt to drive. I've done all sorts of different qualifications at school and college. I'm still a work in progress on the relationship and family front, by which sorry, my own family when I say that, but hopefully I'll get there. But if not the end of the world. It's no biggie. I've explored a lot of different parts of the world, and parts that I do want to explore but don't have the money to. There's plenty I've experienced through various other means like VR and just on YouTube. And I live in my own flat. I live independently. I pay my own rent and tax and everything. And I've pretty much achieved a lot of things that people like me who have a learning disability and or autism would probably not want to achieve, or would want to achieve but would face a lot of barriers. And yeah, I don't blame you if you think there's going to be a lot of barriers, because yeah, there are definitely barriers that you have to overcome. So yeah, overall I think it's fine that whether I have this or not, because yeah, I've achieved so much. I'm happy with how life has been to me. It's not been an easy life, I will admit. And there are still things I'm learning, like learning that kindness is not always appreciated, and maybe don't use kindness too much. And speaking of that, that's actually one of the big things, that's a reason why so many people like me, why I'm so likable, because I show kindness to people. Lots of my friends and a lot of my ex-friends never did this thing called kindness, where they just did not show kindness and were just forcing people to do things that they didn't want to do and everything. And I've come to learn that showing kindness is a much better payment for things than outright, paying for stuff. and it's because of that there's been loads of times where I've gone out with friends, and usually on the whole they would be okay paying for me instead of me paying back for them, because I'm paying them back in kindness. so yeah it's been I've had an interesting life, and I'm hoping that I will live for many years to come, as long as I keep trying to eat as healthy as possible, exercise as much as I can, and without forcing myself too much, and to just enjoy life, live it to the full, and if I do have it, then I hope that I have done enough to ensure that my legacy continues, and that anybody that I want to tell how I feel about things and just wish them all the best and everything, I'll do that. So, write letters, make sure I've got some kind of, not necessarily a will, but instructions to make sure that people know what to do when it's my time to go. Because unlike my sister, because when my sister went, it was unexpected, and we just did not know what to do, and there was nothing in place to do that. So we were just assuming that all the things that we've been doing in her memory is what she wanted. But as I've had time, as I've been able to understand that this may be the thing that may kill me as well, it does mean that I have time, that I at least have time to make sure that there are things in place so that people know what to do. So yeah, it's been a lot to take in. So that's like the biggest news I've had, and apart from that, just the usual. Been working hard. I've not been to the cinema in a little while for various reasons, but the main reason being that I've had this ear infection, which I actually thought was this thing that was going to kill my sister, but it's actually just an ear infection. And I went to the doctor the other day to get it checked out, and during this period between now and my next appointment with them, which is next week, which is this week coming, they need me to do an ear spray 3 times a day, so this infection eventually goes away. It's been a bit of an eventful time. And in lots of videos that are coming up, I do sort of say a few things, like in my video about my sister, which you'll see on Wednesday. I do say a bit about, I hope I don't go down the same way, but obviously I may well end up going down the same way at this rate. That video was recorded earlier this month, just to be clear. Also videos in December where it's not a Christmas related video, it's just the regular gameplay video where I'm introducing it or doing an epilogue of it. I do say about my health there as well, but now I know it's just an ear infection that I have, and at the time of doing this, I've yet to do have done the tests and everything. So yeah. Right, I think I've said enough about what's been going on with me. So a couple of announcements, and then I'll move on to what I've got. So as you will have seen, I've done a couple of tasting shorts. And going forward, whenever I find something weird to try, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to save them for a whole life vlog now. I'm just going to use shorts as a way to sort of look at some weird stuff, and also stuff that's like limited edition that a lot of people will be wanting to know, have I tried it and what I like and don't like about it. So that's what I'm going to do. The next, there's going to be a few playthroughs in December that are coming to an end, which means that 2 of which will just be me moving on to the sequel to those games, or the next installment in those games, I should say. And one of them I've yet to decide whether I want to do another game, because one of the games, which is The Last of Us Part 2, is currently the last game of the franchise at the moment, so I'm just debating whether I should do a poll or do something else. But I'm going to wait till I've at least done these tests or whatever. Hopefully they will have an appointment set up for me and my parents soon. But for now I'm just going to wait until I know about that, and then carry on. And all the other videos are just gonna carry on as usual. I'm not yet done any let's plays or vlogs for for December yet, because I'm waiting to put up my tree and decorations and everything, so that I can show them off as I'm talking about stuff. So yeah, so that's all the announcements and all the other news that I need to share with you. So let's now look at some stuff. So I've not got anything to try this time, as I said. I'm going to save those for tasting shorts from this point on, apart from if it's like a thing that has a lot of assorted flavors or whatever, then I will save it for these vlogs. But no, let's look at some stuff. So now, dolls aren't really my sort of thing, and you're probably gonna look at this item thinking, what on earth is Wolfman 407 Dash doing? But I decided to buy a doll because sometimes I do have a little fetish and so forth. But anyway, it's a doll you'll be familiar with, so you'll like Harry Potter, I think, or not, I don't know. But anyway, it's Ronald Weasley, the Mattel doll, and yeah, the reason I have a fetish for them is because I used to go through a phase where I'd have like a lot of doll figures, not like anything Barbie or whatever, you know, other sort of manly Mattel dolls, whatever you want to call them. And yeah, I just basically did things like take their clothes off, put their clothes back on, mix and match and everything. And yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do it with this doll, but yeah, we'll see how we get on with that. So I am a fan of Tomb Raider. I'm currently playing through Rise of the Tomb Raider at the moment, but I do like it when different companies try and sort of mimic the sort of art style or graphics of games that are very iconic to this day. And of course I had to get a polygon Lara Croft duck. So there she is, and yeah, as you can see or can't see, I guess, I don't know. Yeah, it's very polygon-esque, because back when the first PlayStation came out, that is the kind of graphics that we had. So if you people are going to go in the comments saying there's shitty graphics, shitty game, don't say that, because just because graphics don't look very inferior to graphics we get today doesn't mean that the game's going to be bad. And do play those games, because you might be surprised with how they are. Yep. Another Lego minifigure, another Spider-Verse one, so let's see what we have this time. And don't think it's one I've got yet. Bear in mind, I do have one, maybe two, and I think I know which one this one is. So obviously this is the Across the Spider-Verse range of Lego collectible minifigures. So let's just make sure I've got this all on properly. And yeah, it's I forget his name, but oh, hold on, let me just get this on. Yeah, right, there we go. So it is the Spider-Man that is basically like the Indian Spider-Man, I guess, who've had a big sort of part in Across the Spider-Verse, and will hopefully have an even bigger part in the next film as well, whenever that comes out, because I hear it gets delayed. And I hope I live long enough to watch as well. And yeah, there's a little head to go with that, with his face. Don't know if you can see that very well. The lighting in my room's not the greatest when I'm recording at night. I'll admit. So yeah. So a couple of advent calendars. I decided to buy 2 more, and then that's it, because I've got 3 now. So no more advent calendars off this one. But anyway. Lego Star Wars, just turn around, yep, Lego Star Wars, the only licensed theme that's had probably the most advent calendars that Lego has made for them, and also Lego's longest running licensed theme as well, which is pretty good, I'd say, because obviously Star Wars is quite a popular brand, and it was one of the big brands that helped save Lego from bankruptcy. Their second longest franchise, although this one came and went for a while, and then is now a permanent theme for them, is Harry Potter again. And yeah, I know some of you might be thinking, why are you buying Harry Potter stuff? Jacob and his views are not right and everything. I do still like Harry Potter, I do still like the films, and I do like the franchise. I just don't. Just don't hate the creator. Hate the creator, but don't hate the creator's world, even though her world building skills suck and she's not the best when it comes to like inclusivity, which I think the game Hogwarts Legacy, and I think also the mobile game Hogwarts Mystery did a pretty good job of sort of being more inclusive and diverse and everything, without sort of like force feeding it or sort of shoehorning it in like Disney tend to do with a lot of their films, because they don't want to take the risk. So yeah. So I've got a few more parts for the Dalek. I'm not sure if I've got these in the right order, but anyway, issue 39, which contains hold on. Yeah, it just contains more of the metal parts that I showed in the last video, I believe. Here's issue 42, which is a bit of a long box thing there. Let's see, what's this one? Yeah, it's just another metal thing. So that's that one. Another long one, and this is issue 40. So it's probably going to be the same, almost the exact same thing, or something like the same thing. And finally, last thing I'm going to show off tonight, or today even, is 41, and yeah, another metal thing. So yeah, I'm probably just doing like not really the most exciting parts when it comes to the Dalek build, but you know, some of these parts do need to happen because they're kind of like the insides of it. It's not like they're going to show these parts on the outside. But hopefully we'll be getting back to the sort of exciting parts, because we've already done the head, we've done the sort of part where the sort of alien part of the Dalek goes in, and I don't know where these metal bits are going. It will say in the issue, but yeah. Excuse me while I have a drink break. Yeah, problem with this ear infection, and also just being generally unwell thanks to Mum's cold, which I still have, thank you, is that my throat does dry up a lot. So yeah. But anyway, that's it for this Hollow Knight vlog. Whether I'll do any more in December, I don't know. I will probably do one more, just to cover anything that I buy in between now and during the Black Friday sales, and then that'll be it for the year. And then next haul after that will probably be the birthday and Christmas haul, which will either be towards the end of December, or if not towards the end of December, then definitely within like the first week of January, all being well, and also bearing in mind my health as well at the time. So yeah. But anyway, that's it for this one. Thanks so much for watching. Like and subscribe if you can, please. If you are new to the channel, I do vlogs like this. Usually on a Thursday, but when it's a Hollow Knight vlog, I usually do them on Sundays or just anytime during the weekend. And other vlogs I do on Thursdays are like various topics, so top 10s and reviews and whatever. So yeah, every Monday and Tuesday I do a gameplay video, usually following like one long game and just doing a long playthrough of those games until I've got as far as I want to go, or I complete it. Usually I'll try and complete the story and then go back to it at a later time or not, depending on how I feel. So yeah. Every Wednesday I'll do a Let's Play video. I think you'll know what Let's Play videos are. If you don't, do a Google. I'm not going to explain it to you now. And in addition to reviews and Hollow Knight vlogs, also the rest of the week I do gameplay compilation videos, funny shorts, including the trying stuff, videos with friends, and I think that's it. Yep, and loads more. See you in the next one. Peace to you all, and remember, live life to the full. Don't live it as if it's your last. Hopefully I'll still be alive this time next year. We'll see with how things are with my health and everything. And hopefully by the next Hollow Knight vlog I will have had the genetics appointment and be able to explain a bit more. And I should say to those friends who don't know about the thing about this thing that killed my sister that I may have, the reason why I kept it, I hid it from you, is because I don't really want to have unnecessary reactions or unnecessary comments or anything. I'm only saying this saying it now because yeah, if I messaged you or whatever, I don't really want all that unnecessary attention and everything because it just stresses me out. So yeah, but anyway, that's it. See you in whichever video you see me next. And yeah, toodles.